Autumn, 1415. Near Agincourt, fate gathered on a sodden field where fear and destiny mingled. After weeks of siege and disease at Harfleur, Henry led his weary men north toward Calais. His army had withered to barely 7,000, gaunt with hunger and exhaustion. Yet their young king vowed to fight, to win or perish with his crown. Ahead stood more than 20,000 French, eager to crush the intruders. Hemmed by rivers and forests, Henry chose this narrow strip as his battlefield. The ground lay heavy with mud, a trap for armies that moved in strength. Rain had churned the soil into a mire of filth and peril. On each flank, longbowmen drove sharpened stakes into the earth, waiting for cavalry. They readied the weapon feared across Europe, the tall English longbow. Across the field, the French host glittered with steel, banners snapping in the wind. Drunk with confidence, nobles joked of ransoms and an easy triumph. Their commanders arrayed the host in 3 vast divisions: vanguard, main, and rear. Armored horsemen mounted, lances lowered, to shatter the English flanks. Priests blessed the knights, while lords dreamed of honor and plunder. Yet the press of numbers jammed them so tight they could scarcely breathe. Across the mire, the smaller English host waited in grim silence. Henry rode before them, speaking of faith, brotherhood, and survival. A ragged cheer rose, not confidence, but defiance echoing across the damp air. Then the French trumpets blared, summoning their vast army to battle. Henry gave the order, his men stepped forward, daring the French to strike. French horsemen thundered out, lances leveled, hoofs pounding the mire. But sodden earth dragged them down, momentum vanishing in the sucking mud. The longbows bent as one, unleashing volleys that darkened the sky. Arrows rained death, toppling horses and knights into bloody pools. The sharpened stakes caught the charge, impaling mounts and scattering riders. Terrified horses bolted back, trampling the packed ranks behind them. The proud charge dissolved into chaos and broken men. English bowmen roared with savage glee, loosing shaft after shaft. French commanders waved swords, forcing their infantry into the mire. The vanguard trudged forward, armor heavy, each step sinking in mud. Shields bristled with arrows, yet the line pressed stubbornly on. Men behind shoved forward, crushing those who stumbled beneath them. Knights suffocated, trampled, or drowned under the iron weight of comrades. Across the line, the English braced themselves for the coming storm. With a crash of steel, the French vanguard struck the English shield wall. From the flanks, longbowmen poured arrows into the crowded mass. Trapped in narrow ground, knights gasped for breath inside stifling helmets. When arrows dwindled, archers waded in with axes and daggers. In the mire, knights toppled, bowmen hacked, and chaos ruled the field. The French advance slowed to a crawl, crushed by mud and their own weight. The English line bowed but did not break, stakes and steel held firm. Then word reached Henry, raiders struck the baggage train to the rear. Fearing prisoners might seize arms, he gave a terrible command. His men hesitated, unwilling to slay nobles of high birth. But Henry's will was iron, survival outweighed mercy or ransom. Bound captives fell in the mud, their fate sealed in silence. The grim order complete, the English closed ranks once more. Fresh French troops stumbled forward, faltering over heaps of their dead. The flower of French nobility lay broken, their banners sinking into mud. Exhausted but unbowed, the English stood amid ruin they had wrought. Around them stretched silence and death, the field of Agincourt was theirs. Agincourt was won by the few, 7,000 who shattered 20,000.